Welcome back to day 6 of our Yoga for Athletes challenge. Today we have a Yin Yoga practice, which is going to help you with passive recovery. So this basically means we'll be holding passive poses for anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. Following on from day 5's active yoga session, we're going to be continuing to work with poses that target the upper body. And like our active yoga session, we're also going to be weaving in some breath work into our practice today. As before, set yourself up with some blankets and some blocks, and also some nice firm pillows or a bolster if you have one. I will be using 2 pillows myself today. Tune in with your ears. Look at the screen so you can set yourself up for each pose. But once set, allow yourself to fully relax into that pose. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, and just be with the experience. As always, listen to your body. Make any adjustments as you need. You do not have to take everything I offered today. That includes the breath work, and you don't have to wait for me to cue you to come out of your pose. You can come out whenever you feel you need to. So, whenever you're ready, let's get started with our Yin practice. So, we'll come into our first Yin pose, which is Sphinx pose. So, grab a blanket. You don't need to have this, but it can be nice for some extra cushioning. We're going to come to lie down onto our front, and the blanket there is just for some extra cushioning under the hips. We're going to come to lie down onto our front, like so, and then have your pillows to hand. So we're coming into a back bend here in our Sphinx pose. So having the pillows underneath you is going to give you that extra support in this mini back bend. So have it, set yourself up so the pillows are underneath you, and you may want to take your elbows past the pillows here. You can grab opposite elbows, or forearms can come down to the mat, and then just relax the feet and the legs, and then we'll settle here in our Sphinx pose. And you can bring your chin towards your chest as well here. And you may like to bring your eyes to a soft gaze down to the mat, or you may like to close your eyes. So settle here into your space, into your body. This is your opportunity to let go of any need to push, to achieve, master a new skill. All there is to do is to be still and to be present. And we can help ourselves to stay present in the moment by focusing our attention to the breath, noticing and observing the quality of the breath, as well as where we can feel the breath. So perhaps you can observe the length and depth of your inhales and exhales. Are they long? Are they short? Are they deep or are they shallow? If you find yourself in need of some extra support, then do feel free to grab a block for your forehead. Okay, coming out of this pose now. I'm just going to reset by just coming to lie flat on our front, just for few breaths before we move on to our next pose. Okay, our next pose is thread the needle, but we're going to stay fully reclined on our front. And we're going to take the right arm and we're going to thread it under the body. So have the pillows to hand, because the pillows can help to support your head. The body is lying flat on the mat, but your right arm is underneath the body. You also have the option here of bending your left knee and bringing it up to the side of your body, coming into a half frog pose. So, part of a yin practice is to bring balance to our yang, which is the active, fiery aspect of our lives, just like our training, whilst yin is the cool, calm part, which is our rest and recovery. Neither is good or bad, but we need balance between the two. But it's not always easy to transition to rest. Often this is harder than finding the energy to train. So a yin practice is a helpful way to make this transition, to shift both the mind and body into a restful state. Our yin practice helps with this due to its slow, passive quality and coming into stillness. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to come out of this pose. So bring the leg back to center if you had it up. And then we're just going to take the right arm out from under the body, and just to reset, we're just going to take it to the side, just to reset here. Okay, and then coming into our next pose, just sliding the pillows forward. Grab a block in case you want it for your head. I'm going to bring that right arm to the ground. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll onto our right side, come onto that right shoulder. So legs can stay stacked here if you want, or you may be able to bring that top leg and bring the foot behind you like so. And then grab a block for your head. And you can vary the intensity here. So the more you rotate onto that right shoulder, the more intense it is. So if it's too intense, then rolling yourself back towards the center will decrease the intensity you feel in that shoulder. And if you do come back in, you might prefer to keep the legs straight. So find your yin pose and then see if you can just relax into it now. We can further enhance our yin practice and the transition from activity to rest by calling upon our breath. We can begin by breathing in and out through the nose. You may already be doing this. By breathing in and out through the nose, this helps to generate nitric oxide, which not only helps with immunity, it causes the blood vessels to dilate. And this has the effect of allowing greater blood flow. So this is going to deliver more oxygen to those healing muscles. It also helps to reduce our blood pressure. So helps put less strain on the heart. And ultimately, it's going to help bring us into a more relaxed state. Okay, so to come out of this pose, just come back to center again. Remove the blocks out of the way, and then we'll just lie on our front here in a crocodile pose to reset a moment before we come to the other side. Okay, so coming to the other side now. Thread the needle on the other side, so taking the left arm, threading it under the body. Bring the pillows in for your head. We'll be here for a couple of breaths now. You can either keep the legs long, or you can bring the right leg up into half frog. Another way we can use our breath today is to use the breath to actively shift our nervous system into the parasympathetic state, our rest and digest state. And we can do this by lengthening our exhales compared to the length of our inhales. And so, whilst we are in our yin poses, I invite you to join me in practicing Visama Vritti breath, where we extend the length of our exhales. As always, this is your practice, so if you prefer to just focus on the pose and set aside any breath work, then that is absolutely fine. If you are joining in, I will be guiding you to inhale for 4 and then exhaling for 6. So begin by taking a preparatory inhale through the nose, if that's accessible to you, and then exhale out through the mouth or nose. And then inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, then exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then continue this in your own rhythm and breath for one more round. And then whenever you're ready, just let go of any control now and just come back to your natural breath. Okay, coming out of this pose, bringing the legs back to center. Unthreading the arm, just taking it out to the side, just to reset a moment. Maybe setting the pillows aside as well if you want. Okay, coming into broken wing on the other side now. So grab the block for your head. You're going to roll onto that left shoulder. Grab the block, support the head. Use the right arm to support you. And the legs can stay stacked, or you can bring that right foot behind you. Find your intensity and then come to stillness. And once you are settled into your yin pose, this is another opportunity for you to practice your Visama Vritti breath. So if you are joining me, begin by inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, then exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then continue doing this in your own rhythm and time for a couple of rounds of breath now. To complete your last round of Visama Vritti breath, and then you can just let go of any control now, returning to your natural breath, noticing and observing how you feel after your Visama Vritti breath. When you're ready, we're going to come back to center again. Remove the block from that and then just reset here on your front in this crocodile pose just for a few moments now. Then whenever you're ready, we'll come into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. So come to lie fully on our back now. Grab anything that you would like to support you. You can use the pillows for your head. Pillows under the knees can be quite nice to release the lower back, so that's what I'll be doing today. You can have the blanket to cover you as you might cool down. And then just let go of any doing now. Allow yourself to just soak in the effects of your practice in this Shavasana now. So as you lie here in your Shavasana and you are finding that you are still struggling to be still, or perhaps thoughts are starting to intrude, then you can always bring your focus and attention to the breath to help you to remain present. Or you may like to practice your Visama Vritti breath one more time. So inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6, or whatever count works for you. Using your Visama Vritti breath to transition you into the more relaxed parasympathetic state. So start to bring your awareness back into the space now, tuning into your senses, and notice what you can hear, notice what you can feel. And then just start to invite a little bit of movement back into the body now, so wriggling the fingers and the toes. Starting to take some bigger movements now, so circling out the wrists, the ankles, and then taking any organic movements that feel good to you now. So you want to stretch the arms and the legs long, you can do that. Or you can roll to one side to curl up in a fetus position. And whenever you're ready, moving slowly, maintaining that state of yin, of cool calmness. Come to sit in an upright seated position so that we can close out our practice. Placing one hand on the heart and the belly, maybe just to Tune into the body one more time and just notice how you feel. Honor and acknowledge the work that you've put here on the mat. And then whenever you're ready, you can flutter the eyes open and get on with your day. So thank you for joining me in this Yin Yoga practice today, where we focused on the upper body and we also worked with our breath. I hope that you found this practice gave you some much needed rest and recharging, helping you to recover from your training. I'd love it if you could give me any comments or feedback to see how this has been helping you, or if there's any improvements to be made. You can either connect with me on social media, you can join the Yoga for Athletes Facebook group to connect with me as well as other athletes, and you can also sign up for my emails. So join me again next week where we come back to our meditation practice. See you at the next challenge.